Greetings and welcome back, fellow Wacksters, to the next episode of Tyranny. That's the name of this game, Tyranny. So, we just beat these guys up. Well, let's see what we can find. Alright, we found an adjective here. Let's continue. I chose to take a pause last night after I realized that I had been taking some breaks.
On it.
Oh. These are the Earthshakers. So actually we avoided one person. That's wonderful. Let's do the combo.
No can do.
We should try that
Wait, what?
again.
Come on.
Ready for another?
Will do.
Here we go. We saved the Earthshakers. Or not Earthshakers, sorry. Earthcasters.
On it.
A fate binder. How fortuitous. The Earthshaker pounds his chest in salute. For us, I mean. Decidedly not for the Oathbreakers. A smirk quirks the right side of his mouth as he surveys the carnage you have left behind. Second. There we go. Whether intended or not, we're indebted for your help. So, we gain some average favor. So, I need to speak with Commander Ironcore. Where's the rest of you? Was part of your squad killed or was separated? Return the salute, you're welcome. Or stare stolidly. No, really, there was no need for you to join the fight. Okay, let's return the salute. He spreads his dirt, streaked his lips in a relieved grin. May the stones guide your steps, and may you walk without falter on sturdy ground. Let's ask to speak for Commander Ironcore. With tremors fingers, the Earthshaker pushes his hood back on a sweaty forehead. He glances once to the group of weary, battered mages behind him before meeting your eyes. I'm afraid I'll have to do, as I am the mage in charge of this circle. Earthshaker Hellspar at your service. Wait, your commander is even here? Or, where's the rest of you? Let's ask about the commander. With all due respect, Fatebinder, it's not a matter I expect you to understand. We absolutely cannot abandon Cairn to the Stone Sea. His nostrils flare in mild ear. As we've only recently located him and are in the process of constructing a fort to guard his remains, we could not spare another mage, especially now when the beast tribe that flocked to Cairn in his final days has become increasingly territorial and contentious. And so Radix refuses Ash's orders. What's so important about Cairn? This is grounds for treason. What is so important about Cairn? Cairn may be dying, but he's not yet lost. There lies the potential to harness an Archon's power in the Stone Sea, and for that, I should think the possibilities are near limitless. He touches a grit-caked knuckle to his lips and clears his throat. But we won't know unless we can run the proper research, and so Radix refuses Ash's orders. I'm not of a rank to make such as sweeping evaluations. The Earthshaker stumbles slightly over his words. But I'd say he interpreted them in his own manner, and to do the best of his judgment, rather than outright refusing them. He is an Iron Guard, after all. His decisions, though difficult to make, as they may be, will certainly embolden our routing of the tiers. Not if your general and his entire army is dead. He chokes, and the Earthshaker behind him gathers closer, murmuring in surprise among themselves. One of them, a woman with wispy, russet hair, slaps him on the back so hard, shockwaves tremble through you and into the mountains past. If they... What? He gasped for a breath. How? The Overlord has issued an edict of execution. If we don't take the well by Kairos' Day of Swords, everyone here will die, including Ash. Regardless, it looks like all we've got report to service at the Saber camp. He'll have further orders for you there. With a shaky nod and an even shakier salute, the Earthshaker gathers his circle and cloister together. A murmuring or perhaps chanting in hushed voices, the battle mages march towards the valley. So we saved the Earthshakers. Wonderful. The Earthshaker moved this boulder with ease. Magic of the magnitude may be crucial for taking Venturin's wall. Well. Okay, I certainly agree. Anything else of interest in this location? Let's just scan. No. Okay, so we got the Earthshakers back. Wonderful. Let's do the remote settlement. And we will end up with doing Echo Calls Crossing at the end. We don't have too much time to gather forth or walk forth and back, because if we do, it will end up with the death of everyone. We have 6 more days, as indicated up here. Now, what's going on? Troops down there. So we're in the settlement now, and we need to convince them to join or die, more or less. As you step into the center of the village, you feel as if you are being watched from all angles. The distant patter of feet echo off the walls of the small and seemingly deserted village. I am Fate by the Anthelas. I've come to discuss your conscription into the chorus. Corporation, and you won't die. No need to hide. I've no desire to fight, merely talk. Let's go with the talking. The wooden beams on the rooftop to the north creaks under someone's weight. A tree rustles behind you. If you wish to hide in your homes, I'm happy to burn this place to the ground. I've come to offer you redemption with the Scarlet Chorus. I'm doing my best to try and save you all. Feel free to help me with that endeavor. A voice bellows from the rooftop with a cackle. Go home to your overlord. And they're gonna attack us now. Sorry, friend, but you won't be leaving here in one piece. We'll send your head back north. I want your folks to see what happens to those who invade our lands. Okay. Let's run Anthelas up here. Let's skewer this one. Attack this one.
Look at that! The future.
Iron tolling. Barrack in favor of both banks on their shields and armor. Harassing an enemy, the target is compelled to attack Barrack for a short time, while the fate by Market gestures leave the enemy confused and off guard. The foe loses all ability to parry and dodge until they recover their senses.
None stand in our...
On it. Take that.
Okay.
Bleed out, you little shit!
On it.
Everything
Healing each other.
hurts.
we go. Actually, let's do this.
Come and face my iron!
There we go. Do the strikes. He's no potion on him. Can I equip that during combat? Huh. Slot can't be changed in combat, okay.
Ah, this weapon is useless!
Damn thing couldn't pierce cloth.
Oh, everything hurts!
Let's continue.
Can't do that.
You got it.
I will aid you.
And there we go. Oh, we lost Barrack. Or he's up again. Here comes the chorus. Scarlet Fury. Flicking the bronze tip of her blade, a Scarlet Fury strolls into view with a smug smile flanked by an entourage of soldiers. Not bad. I'd have piled up the same number of corpses in half the sword strokes, but, well, where are my manners? One ought not to criticize help so generously given. She sweeps her arms wide in exaggerated mocking bow. You have my deepest and sincerest gratitude for gutting those Vendrian piss ants in my place. Okay, how can you be so damn pleased? These people are dead. That self-consort that won't be joined the chorus. Now you step forth to reveal yourself. You're not a Fury, you're a coward. You're welcome. Though I came here to recruit the chorus, slaughter wasn't my intention. Let's go with that. We already got what we needed, the willing ones. She points to several of the armed fighters at her side. We were hoping a different face might convince the remainders to join us, but alas. Well, can't win them all, can you? So you put me in harm's way under false pretense. I could have your head for this. The Oathbreakers were but a warm-up. Step closer so I can knock that grin off your face. Ah, yet I seem to have killed all your would-be conscripts. Apologies. She shrugs with a smirk. These things happen. Look, you've done us a favor, and it was a real pleasure watching you fight. We'll clean up here. The Fury nods briskly, and for a short instant is sincere as she addresses you. I do thank you for the assist, Fatebinder. Oh, I hope someday we'll be able to kill her. She's a real bitch. Level up to verse. Let's see. I want her dual wield to go up, so we should gain quickness or finesse. Let's do quickness. And she has a new ability. After kill, Verse will strike twice with her attacks for a short time. When an enemy strikes Verse, she gains a passive bonus to dodge and parry skill until end combat. It stacks, okay? Verse taunts of foes. No, we don't need another taunt. Verse moves quickly about the battlefield, too quickly for the enemies to engage her. Let's do killing spree. So is that everything that's here? Light leather gauntlets. No loot? Ah, there we go. We will rest when we get back into town, I suppose. Or to camp. Okay, that's all that's here. Wait a minute.
Can't do that.
What's this? I don't know what this logo down here is. Just for curiosity's sake, let's see. Ah, that's it. Some food. Okay, so it actually shows up on my minimap. I wasn't aware. Let's go back to this favorite camp. Maybe they have another quest for us before we go to the bridge crossing and take over that. So I'm hoping really you guys are enjoying this series thus far, because I am truly trying to do my best to put a lot of effort into it. Let me know if the microphone isn't loud enough, or if the in-game volume is too loud, or if you have any preferences at all. Ah, now we can open this.
That wasn't so hard.
Iron Hammer and Seeker. One-hander and thrown weapon. Ooh, we can give that to Verse. Wonderful. Wait a minute, I'm curious. How much do we have? Because we have 40. We could actually go back and
You got
that
it.
chest
Yes.
on the wall at the starting area. With all due respect, our cohorts have proven themselves against these apex fools time and time again. What can your Earthshakers do other than get in the way? I don't want to be here, Servius, and my orders don't involve proving our value to you. If the great general doesn't want magic on his side, then he can order us to stand down and sit this one out. I don't question what your mages bring to the table, Hellspar, but I have my reservations about your leaders. Why couldn't Radix show up to the siege himself? If he has more pressing issues than the state of the conquest, I should like to hear about it from his mouth. If Radix is not inclined to help, perhaps a next of kin might take his place. The party has received Emerald Pin. The party has gained 715. Ah. I hate to upset the chain of command during a time of war. Perhaps Radix's brother can convince him to remember his duty. Fatebinder, I thank you for the part you played. You didn't have to risk yourself, but you did so all the same. Wonderful. Now we finished that quest. Is there... Oh, let's zoom in. Let's first equip what we have. So I'm thinking that... Well, her damage is over there. Yeah, it's not better at all. This is considerably better. What about this one? No, let's go with the hammer. Okay. What is this? Emerald Pin. Oh, regeneration. Let's give that to our tank. Earthshaker hood. Scarlet Fury helm seems better. But for her, this would definitely be better. What about him? Nobleman's hat. Oh, we can't remove his helm because it's fused. Wonderful. But these leather gauntlets might be well. Wait, where did they go? Ah, here. Huh. Let's get rid of those. Alright. So we have quite a lot of stuff to sell now. Not yet. I want to see what was in that chest. Nobleman's sandals. Just check if anyone can use those. No. And no. Yeah. Okay, we'll sell it. Show me what you have to sell. Ooh. There's quite a lot of stuff here, but let's first sell. Not what I wanted to do. I'm gonna keep the Seeker. Wait, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to... Where'd the Seeker go? Ah. Let's try again. Ah. Okay, so we did keep the Seeker. Let's also get rid of the staff. We don't need that. Well, this we can get rid of. There we go. Any of this we need? Nah. Oathbound dagger. No. If there was a bow, we would maybe consider it, but none of this. Okay. Now I just want to put this in our stash. He definitely... He has some. Weird. Can't have too many on the tank. There we go. See if she needs anything else. The edict draws near. The preparations are almost complete, but we aren't moving fast enough. Hey, she looks past you, yelling at a soldier far afield. I said, round those javelins, not a suggestion. She folds her arms, looking at you expectantly. Who's the strongest warrior in your cohort? Modesty demands I omit myself, but if I had to form the legion into one giant phalanx, I'd have Servius the Younger and Beric take the corners. Servius has been at this since before I was born, and Beric, well, she hesitates. Well, what? I'm neither deaf nor fragile. Say what you were going to say. I was going to say that you're perhaps one of the best soldiers in the outfit, but good luck getting you to wear your regulation uniform. You're a good soldier, Beric, but you know you're a pain in my ass. I'm honored to be assigned one of your finest. The honor is mine. When this campaign is over, I hope you'll accompany me in hanging more Vendrian savages along the road. Think of the stories we'll have to trade. What is your role? I'm the commander of the Iron Guard, swordmaster of this favorite, and captain of the 3rd Boreal Company. Her voice booms loudly as her titles roll off her tongue. Commander of the Iron Guard, doesn't that seem Doesn't that make you second in command next to Ash? Where have you seen battle? Okay, Ash. That I am, she folds her arms. But I view it a very, very distant second, and I have no plans to outlive the immortal Graven Ash. So while by tradition I am executor, or supposed executrix of the Legion, I hope never to act on this sacred duty. Make no mistake, Graven Ash is the mind of the disfavored. I am but his right hand, a student to his military genius. Where have you seen battle? Let's see. Gates of Judgment, Bastard City. Quick jaunt through parts of Haven, then onto Stalwart. She looks up at you with a shrug, and finally here, Rendrin's Well. Quite a tour it's been. Back to my previous questions. What can you tell about Ascension Hall? Karaz's edict is directing us to Ascension Hall. That's where the locals call the inner sanctum of the Citadel built, at the base of the mountain spire. She points east, towards the narrow vertical line of stone that rises above all other points in the horizon. It's also the base camp for the Vendrian Guard, so taking Ascension Hall has always been one of our objectives in putting down the insurrection. But now we have a life or death reason to make that citadel our one and only focus. Farewell. Very well then. So let's go rest so Barrett can be healed. Yes. We have the Earthshakers. Now let us... I'm thinking of going back to the camp where we started, or the area where we started, just to loot that one chest where we couldn't before because we didn't have sufficient subterfuge. Up here. Yes, let's do it. All party members begin with 4 quick item slots per consumable. These can be increased with the Bandolier talent in the leadership tree. Interesting. So I try to get as much loot as possible in this game, always. And I'm hoping that...
Sorry, I can't.
Yes, you can. And I'm hoping that we'll be able to open this time. Yes, we can. Wonderful. I'm up.
That wasn't so hard.
Light leather gauntlets and sigil of proximate action.
Can't do that.
Okay, wonderful. Let's put that on our... Yes. Precision is just what we want. Great. And then we'll continue onwards. Let's go to the chorus camp just to end that quest there. Oh wait, we're missing something up here. Now that I know that the icons will help me find stuff to loot, I'll definitely use that. Ah, there. Head wrap. Okay. You might have noticed I'm all about the loot. Scarlet Chorus Camp. I hope I'm not wasting too much time doing these things and resting whenever my guys are injured. Still on the 6th day. What is something up here? Wish we could get a mage with us. Uh-huh. Beast blood pollen removes random hostile effect. That could be useful. There's 2 more things I haven't looted in this camp. 3, I see. Let's first talk to her. Fate Binder. Death Kneel nods in your direction. Now what do you need? Punch her. In one swift stride, you close the distance between the two of you and land a punch squarely in her stomach. The force of it knocks her back a pace, causing her to take a knee. She lets out a few coughs before regaining her composure and standing back. You or any chorus member try anything like that again, and I'll put you on a spike myself. You've got some explaining to do, Fury. I don't appreciate being used. Let's do number 1. Scarlet Fury nurses her stomach and replies with a strain in her voice. I'll make a note to watch my step around the fate binder of Tuna. Just before she walks away, she takes out one of her swords and gives it a once over before tossing it into your hand. Good punch. Wonderful. So we got a sword for that. Let's give that to her or him. Less DPS. Her swords are better. Oh well. But we have this cleansing charm. Immunity to poisoned. Huh. Let's give that to her then. There we go. I feel like we might have missed something with this guy. No. We did not. Let's loot where we missed looting last time and get out of here. Beat bronze sword. I missed something back here.
Sorry, I can't.
Where?
Won't happen.
Okay, we can't. 45. Have to remember it's there. However, this we can't either because we don't have enough lore. What did he have again? Oh, he has more stuff now. Or is that just our stuff he's sliding back to us again? So this. Bloodchander's staff, bronze dagger, Ripper. Nah, too expensive. Interesting, this is quite a lot better. And we're fine. No need to use all our money yet. Ooh, let's leave it here. Aha, bronze hammer, scarlet cores, leather armor. Wonderful. Is this better or not? Let's use this one. Did it have more DPS? Yes, it did. And we'll use it. Nope. Still not enough lore.
Sorry, I can't.
Then let's get out of here. Wait a minute. Can we talk to this guy? Fifth Eye. No, we forgot to talk to Fifth Eye. The Bind of Tunon arrives, squealing with the teenager's timber. The Fifth Eye voice makes your gums itch and your fingernails feel in need of a trim. And we just finished having a bit of sport with some captives, but worry not, we'll have more fun with another batch momentarily. Dressed in the bronze-red regalia of the Crimson Spears, the Fifth Eye beckons you to stand close, waging a blood-spattered glove. Have you come here to order the Scarlet Chorus to die so that this favorite might live? That was how you played it back at the Vellum Citadel, after all. Typical reasoning of a Northman. This favored lives matter more than conscripts, no? Now that you have issued this edict and doomed us all to die, have you come to help us climb out of this hole? Chirps of laughter emanate from under his mask. So, what will we answer to that? I trust you are getting your warriors ready for battle. Not here to follow your every order, but we all need to work together to stop this edict. How has the camp responded to the edicts? Let's do number 2. But of course, you're Tunan's concubine, not mine. I envy your long leash and hope you will grace us with your prowess, if only to set an example for the rabble. We know the Oathbreakers are focused on the citadel beneath the mountain spire, but we have learned this is not their only nest. The Fifth Eye wags a hand in the air with a high-pitched squeal of displeasure. Given their pattern of attacks, they must have a second group maintaining camp here in the outer valley. And unless we deal with the second group, they'll attack from behind the moment we cross the river. You have a large force, and for all these weeks, you've let the enemy move freely through the valley. Your favorites think you can control your horde, and that many are defecting back to the Vendrian Guard. Remain silent. My last group of scouts returned with a new batch of prisoners, and one of these prisoners claims she can lead us to the Vendrian Guard's secondary camp. Though there are threats of deception in her voice, I could use your help questioning this Variah Kell. Perhaps you will get less screams and tears and more useful information out of her. If we knew where to ambush the Oathbreakers, we could try and take their captain and show him the wisdom of joining the chorus. I will speak to the prisoner. I'll meet you there. She's waiting by the other prisoners. Okay. Choirman, let the Fatebinder speak with our catch of the day. Very well, Fifth Eye. Please, someone. I wish to bow before the voices of Narat. I thought all could find redemption in the chorus. A woman in the makeshift armor of the Vendrian Guard lurches forward in agony. Her soiled, tramping legs suggest she has been forced to stand for days. This one, he flippantly waves at the prisoner, was hollering earlier that she knows the location of the Vendrian Guard's encampment, but she isn't being entirely honest. I told this thing. The prisoner turns pale a moment before a look of determination comes over her face. That I wanted a guarantee I'd live, and he welcomed into the chorus as a captain. Then I'll talk. Otherwise, they'll just kill me once I've opened up. I was dumb enough to join with the Vendrian Guard, but I'm not dumb enough to give away my bargaining bronze. Tell me what you know, and I can cede it to your release. You claim you would disavow your people for the Scarlet Chorus. Why the change of heart? Why should I trust the words of an Oathbreaker? Why should I trust the words of an Oathbreaker? I suppose I have no answer for that. But Raya's eyes fall to the ground and she swallows nervously. When I joined with the Vendrian Guard, I accepted their broken vow unto myself. Have you not felt passion for a foolish cause? One you later come to regret. Well, my surrender is sincere, and I'm willing to bow before the voices of Narat to prove it. Tell me what you know, and I can see your release. You claim, let's see why she changed her heart. Because I want to live, and you don't need to be the Archon of Premonitions to know that the younger realms are gone for good. She blinks several times, catching her breath. Kairos is the new strength of the Tears, and I would rather stand with his Archons than be crushed by them. Makes Makes sense. So she's giving up. I heard the chorus is looking for Captain Pelux Florian and his crew. I can lead you to them, but only if you release me. She turns her head, taking a long look at the skewered and smoldering corpses around her. She tugs at her restraints, but to no avail. Let's do the subterfuge one. You're lying. Why don't you tell me what you actually know, and I'll see about saving you. You see, shaken by your demand, her lips move wordlessly for several seconds. So I don't know exactly where the rest of my crew is, but I can tell you. She shakes her head, catching her breath. Search that one. She reaches up with her right leg and points towards her with her foot, calling attention to a nearby pile of corpses. The tall, dark one, missing most of his face. Check his left boot. He was the literate one in our crew. He had the orders. With a snap of his fingers, a pair of choirmen yank the boots of the fallen guardsman. A rolled parchment slides out of the boot and is thrust into the fifth eye's hands. He unfurls the scroll to give it a read. It's nonsense, just mash of words. Laughter erupts from under the mask. She says she had information. She gives us garbage. Slay this wretch for wasting our time. He snaps his fingers at a nearby Scarlet Fury, who promptly snatches a long knife from her belt. I heard she's... Okay, can I remain silent or say... I heard her say she'd swear fealty to the voices of the rot. An initiation rite would be in order. Let's do that. Seeing as you are an expert on the subject of fate, I will entertain your wisdom on the matter. What then would you propose we do with her? I can either point to the two other prisoners. Let's taste her loyalty. Mariah, kill these guardsmen with something blunt. Send her back as our agent. When the time comes, she will aid us, or we track down her kin. 3. You're wasting a good slave. Work her until she's broken and feed her to the pigs. Let's make her kill her friends. No. Let's send her as an agent. Jedi way, even though... Yeah, the Chorus, I do not like the Chorus. They're very brutal in their way of thinking and what they like. I will need to think of a good explanation for my escape, but I'm certain I can return and avoid suspicion. Thank you. You will not regret this act of mercy. This will end amusingly for the Vendrian Guard. Would be smart to assume she only escaped by our whims. You there. The fifth eye barks at a pair of guardsmen, beckoning them forward. Release our newest recruit. She has orders to infiltrate the Oathbreakers. See that she is escorted to the river's edge. Very well. Mariah inhales deeply, flexing her fingers as she shakes off the stiffness of being tied to a post for days. I will return to the Vendrian Guard. Act well my part and await further instructions from the Chorus. With a nod, she follows her escort out of the camp. We're no closer to finding the Oathbreaker's position, not with this cryptic mess. She promised us answers and all she gave us was gibberish.
Sorry to interrupt, but I highly doubt it's gibberish. More likely, it's one of the local scripts.
Says Lantry. The voice comes from another prisoner tied up next to Mariah, an older gentleman with the quills, ink, vials, and parchment scrolls one finds on the sages of the school of ink and quill. Ink smudges over his cheeks, temples, and ears. His clothes appear charred, and between the rips of the fabric you spot burned scars along his arms. Despite being emaciated and tied to a post, he offers a beaming smile. Who are you?
I'm Sage Lantry, one of the hired quills that was coordinating missives between the Vendrian Guard captains. They aren't paying me anymore and aren't coming to my rescue. So I'll decipher that parchment for you. That's what smart prisoners do, right? Make themselves useful?
Let's first read it ourselves. You unroll the parchment and see a message of modest length written with professional, albeit hasty, penmanship. The Tearsmen speak the Canto just like the Northerners, but they have a half-dozen different ways of writing it. This particular script is unknown to you. Let's show it to him and ask if he can read this.
Let me see. I can't.
You hold the parchment in front of the bound sage, and his eyes dart down the length of the missive. He reads the words a second time, nodding in silence.
I don't know exactly what it says, but I'm half certain that's Sage Selwyn's handwriting. I'm sure I could decipher that in a few hours' time. Don't need my hands free, but I think better when not tied to a post. I know, I'm weird that way.
Oh, very weird. A few hours. Either you can read it or you cannot. What use is a sage that doesn't know his letters? I've heard all I need to hear. I say we have some fun with this one. It can't hurt to give him a few hours. Your life depends on your translating the scroll now. Another useless prisoner, dispose of him. Let's give him a few hours. Jedi way. You read the edict. I don't need to tell you the sundial is working against us. This addled old bag is just trying to stall us. Untie him. Give him a chance to translate. The voices of Narad will be upset to know you squandered a source of enemy intelligence. He's trying to help. Isn't that worth something? Another useless prisoner, dispose of him. Let's say the voices of Narad will be upset if he squandered intelligence. How true. Then we shan't put him to waste. We will serve as a most riveting source of amusement as we put him on trial.
Fatebinder, I beseech you, be my advocate for this trial. I'm no fool. I know the chorus uses blood, not words, to settle these matters. But you are a servant of the Archon of Justice, are you not?
That I am. However, we have run out of time for this episode. So, see you guys in the next one, and we will probably be his judge for this trial of sorts. So, hope you guys are enjoying it. Wack out.